Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Athletics and Wellness Center on the campus of Earlham College as we bring you Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference basketball. Tonight, the Earlham Quakers coming in at 3-12 overall. They're 1-7 in the HCAC. They'll be hosting the Yellow Jackets, who also come in at 3-12, but they are 2-6 in conference play. Great to have you with us on a rather chilly Wednesday night. Both these teams need a win tonight, but especially Earlham at 1-7 in the conference. If they plan on making any type of move toward a playoff spot at the end of the year, they've got to get things going quickly, and it all starts tonight against a Defiance team who's lost now 8 in a row. The Quakers have lost 7 straight, so something will give tonight between these two teams. We welcome you once again to the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. One thing the Quakers will have to do tonight is find a way to stop opposing teams from scoring as much as they have over the last several games. In fact, the Quakers giving up nearly 90 points per game in the last several games, but they're also giving up 52% in shooting overall, and we're going to talk about the shooting percentages of some of the teams that have gone against the Quakers here in the last several games as well, not just from two-point range, but from three-point range as well. That is all coming up in just a few moments. When we come back, the starters are on the way, the tip-off coming up as well. Stay right there. This is Earlham Men's Basketball right here in Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Big Boy's Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boy's Pizza. 765-488-0023.
We check 'em better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Back here at the Athletics and Wellness Centers, we get set for tonight's matchup. Here's how the Yellow Jackets are scheduled to line up here this evening. Kewan Graham is a 5'10 freshman out of Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. He wears number 3. Alante Wheeler is a 6'5 junior out of Canton, Michigan. He wears number 12. Randall Akins Jr. is a 5'10 junior out of Detroit, wearing number 15. Avion Franklin is a 6'2 freshman from Toledo, wearing number 25. And Jordan Machino is a 6'2 sophomore out of Bradford, Ohio. He wears number 33. So again, it'll be Graham, Wheeler, Akins, Franklin, and Machino. For the Quakers tonight, Kenneth Stallings Jr. will be inserted into the starting lineup out of Gary, Indiana. He's a 6'3 sophomore. Also starting tonight out of Muncie Central High School in Muncie, Indiana, 6 foot and a freshman, number 12, Jamel Barnes. Also tonight for the Quakers, Thomas Sanborn, a 6'5 sophomore out of Crown Point, Indiana. Sanborn wears number 20. Also Jason Slane, a 6'4 freshman out of Fishers, Indiana. He wears number 33. And Darrell Hutchison Jr., the 6'4 junior out of Indianapolis and Crispus Attucks High School, he wears number 35. So the Quakers, a huge change in their starting lineup here for tonight. By the way, Blake Bonin is still not with the team out of Crown Point. Their starting point guard. He has been injured over the last couple of weeks. He is not suited up for the Quakers tonight. So that means Elijah Wilson-Thomas will be coming off the bench. Austin Dalaboa coming off the bench as well. And Cheney Zolman also will be coming off the bench tonight for the Quakers. So Earlham shaking things up as they look to snap a 7-game losing streak here tonight. Defiance, and they're all black trimmed in their gold, and the Quakers in their home whites. Quakers will attack left to right as we tip this one off here tonight. Mentioned Defiance coming in at 3-12 on the year. Their last win back on December 9th, they beat Franklin 76-72. So it's been a while since the Yellow Jackets have seen a win, especially in conference play. But again, a big game for them tonight, just like it is for the Quakers if either team plans on climbing into the playoff chase. Yellow Jackets basketball in the half court. The drive down the lane with a right hand missing will be Franklin. Offensive rebound, putback is good. And so Machino in there getting the rebound and the putback, and Defiance leads this one 2-0. Here is Barnes handing off now to Stallings. Quakers again with the new starters. This will be interesting to see how they play together. Double high screen now for Barnes. He'll find Stallings inside as the pass will be entered on the low post. That is Slane with a basketball getting fouled. We see our first foul of the ball game. They'll get Avion Franklin for the foul. That is his first. You can follow live stats as we go throughout the entire game at GoEarlham.com. Just underway here in the first half. Fresh shot clock and the inbound stolen away. Quakers with a turnover. Back the other way in the layup good by Kewan Graham. And the turnover leading to 2 points. And the Quakers down in this one 4-0. First turnover of the ball game for the Quakers. Sanborn on the drive to the baseline. And his pass stolen away. Second turnover. 2-on-3 break the other way. Layup good at the other end by Graham. And the Quakers need a quick timeout. We will take a timeout as well, and I'm sure that for the Quaker coaching staff, they are not happy with the beginning of this one here tonight. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Defiance leading this one 6-0.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Jason Polikoff in his 4th season with the Quakers, getting that quick timeout before things get much worse. Of course, Quakers can put points on the board. The question is, will they stop Defiance here tonight? Pass inside, layup good. Sanborn gets on the board. And the Quakers get their first 2 points of the ball game. Thomas Sanborn, chance to get in the starting lineup. Hasn't seen as much time this season as he would hope. Here's Graham with the basketball, 16 on the shot clock. Defiance works it around the perimeter. In the corner, here is Franklin for 3, good. Boy, it's just amazing. We're going to talk about that here in a moment. How opposing teams always seem to shoot so well against the Quakers. By the way, for Defiance, are averaging 74 points per game, giving up nearly 86. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by Hutchison, and he'll score. Darrell getting his first two. And the Quakers down by 5, 17:47 to go. In the ball game, Elijah Pennington. Pennington wearing number 22. He's out of Pike High School in Indianapolis. That is Pennington out front. Pike, a powerhouse in the Indianapolis area in high school basketball. 8 on the shot clock, the drive, and we've got a whistle and a blocking foul, and that's going to go against the Quakers. And, boy, that shot clock was down to 6 seconds before they get the foul called against Stallings. First foul on the Quakers. Akins coming in now for Defiance, and we will see Pennington sit down, the 5'11 freshman. So Defiance will inbound, 20 on the shot clock. 15-footer straight away, rims in and out for Franklin, can't get it to fall. And the rebound by Barnes. Quaker basketball as Barnes brings it across the timeline. Mentioned Defiance, they give up 50% shooting themselves. Quakers at 52. Barnes got away with a push-off, and the missed shot rebounded by Machino. Here come the Yellow Jackets. That's Graham down the lane, turns, and he travels with it. First turnover by the Yellow Jackets, and it will be Quaker basketball. Coming into the ball game is Christian Camarillo, 5'7", sophomore out of Chicago. Boy, Camarillo, another player, hasn't seen a ton of playing time so far this year. So for Jason Polikoff and a team that's lost 7 straight, he is really shaking things up in the starting lineup here tonight. Sanborn with the basketball between the circles. Here's Elijah Wilson-Thomas, who's now entered the ball game. Jason Slane will give it off to Sanborn on the left wing. Camarillo now works it right side to Wilson-Thomas. Sanborn receives, drives, kicks. Camarillo for 3, good. First points of the night by Camarillo. Turning and shooting and missing as Machino gets the offensive rebound, stripped out of his hands by Slane, and then a foul called against Jordan Machino. Defiance now with 2 turnovers. Scott Cutter is the head coach at Defiance in his 3rd year out of Wilmington College. Quakers make another change. We'll see Cheney Zolman check in for the first time at the 16:20 mark here in the first half, and Darrell Hutchison will sit down. Looking down on the bench, I can't tell if Quakers are going to be without as Camarillo drives and throws it away. That'll be the 3rd turnover. I was looking to see if El Dasugi is dressed. He is. But I do not see Alex Topalovic yet. So I haven't noticed if Topalovic did not come out during warm-ups. He's been battling some injuries early in the season, but I don't see him down on the bench. Defiance basketball on the drive. The floater off the glass, no good by Franklin. Gets the offensive rebound. He's tied up by Zolman. Possession arrow in favor of the Quakers. Defiance now with 3 turnovers. The Quakers also with 3 turnovers here in the first half. So Quaker basketball. This will take some getting used to see the lineup that is in the ball game right now for the Quakers. Wilson-Thomas with the ball at the top. Pulls up on the 3. Can't get the bounce, and the rebound put back good by Sanborn. Quakers battling back to tie this game at 9. Defiance basketball once again. Akins with a left-hand dribble. Stops. Kicks it back outside to Machino. Drives. He will find in the corner for 3. That'll be Wheeler. Alante Wheeler gets his first basket. And Defiance now leads this one 12-9. By the way, Graham leads this team in scoring at 13.5. Akins is at nearly 10, and Wheeler at 7.8. Camarillo in the corner. Here's another 3 on the way, good, and Thomas Sanborn now with 7 hits the game-tying 3 for the Quakers, and we're tied at 12. On the drive, and the bucket is good by Akins. And Akins will go to the line as he is fouled for the first time tonight. We'll see another change as Camarillo comes out and Barnes back in. Graham will come out for the Yellow Jackets. And checking into the lineup again will be Elijah Pennington. Here is Akins Jr. at the line. Left-handed free throws on the way and good. He now has 3. And Defiance leads it by 3. 14:42 to go. Barnes out of Muncie Central High School across the timeline to Wilson Thomas. Here's Jason Slane at the top. Barnes at the elbow gets the screen. He'll slide. Quakers work it to the big fellow Zolman out front. Zolman on the right wing, entry pass to Barnes. Barnes shot fake. Back to Sanborn. Top of the key 3. Rims in and out. Slane with the offensive rebound. Fresh 30 for the Quakers. Sanborn once again will give it to Barnes. And the Quakers set it up in midcourt. Here's Wilson Thomas. Back to Slane. They'll work it again to Sanborn at the elbow. Defiance will stay man-to-man as Barnes receives between the circles. Feeds it off to Wilson Thomas to the near side. Elijah gives it back now to Barnes. Shot clock at 7. They'll have to work quick. Now at 5. The screen. Barnes down the lane. Left-hand shot on the way. Good. They worked it right down to the last second. Barnes gets his first 2. 13:40 to go. Driving baseline as the ball goes out of bounds is Avion Franklin. Austin Dalaboa will come in for the Quakers. And how about Thomas Sanborn leading the Quakers with 7 points in the first half. Pennington will inbound on the baseline. 21 in the shot clock for the Yellow Jackets. Slane goes down in the lane. He got knocked to the floor by Wheeler. Crossover Akins on the drive, feeds to Wheeler. Ball loose, and we have a turnover and a foul on Defiance. They're going to get Wheeler on the foul. That's going to be his first. 4th turnover now by Defiance. 13:31 to go, and the Quakers have a chance now to take the lead. This is Barnes across the timeline. Elijah Wilson gives off now to Zolman at the top. Zolman, nothing there, goes back to Barnes, and the Quakers reset it to Barnes near the far sideline. Slane with the screen. Barnes, low pass to Wilson Thomas. He'll pull up at the free throw line, gives it back to Barnes between the circles. Dalaboa got away with the travel. Back to Barnes, 2 on the shot clock. Barnes heaves it, misses. Rebound battled for. Defiance basketball. Akins, 3-on-2 break the other way. Here's the drive with the left hand, good. And the basket by Pennington will give Defiance now a 3-point lead. Pennington with his first 2. Both teams showing a little bit of different lineup so far here tonight, trying to get that win. Ball stripped away. Dalaboa picks it up, gives it back to Wilson Thomas. Elijah drives, hit the free throw circle, nothing there. Dalaboa shot fake down the lane, has his shot blocked, but a whistle and a foul. I think this will be against Akins. And he just picked up his first. That'll be team foul number 4 now on to the Yellow Jackets. And Dalaboa goes to the line for the first time. Austin went through a stretch where he played extremely well. In fact, well enough to get him into the starting lineup. Slane will come out. Hutchison in. Jonathan Ragland is a 6-foot senior out of Wilmette, Illinois. He is now checked in for the Yellow Jackets. He'll wear number 10. Second free throw by Austin is on the way and good. And Dalaboa on the score sheet for the first time tonight. Back to a 2-point lead. Quakers going a little zone trap right here. Defiance losing the basketball, and we've got a timeout by the Yellow Jackets, as jumping on top of the basketball was Pennington. But this will be a 30-second timeout by Defiance. We'll take a timeout as well on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers trail this one by 2.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
We're back here at the Athletics and Wellness Center on the campus of Earlham College. 12:18 remaining here in the first half. Another change as Noah Goodrich, a 6'5 junior out of Oregon, Ohio, has now checked in for the Yellow Jackets. And that is Goodrich from the corner. The three no good. Dalabo with the offensive rebound attempt, and they're going to get him over the top. Austin picks up his first. Quakers will bring Thomas Sanborn back in, and Elijah Wilson-Thomas will sit down. So Defiance will inbound from the baseline. They get a fresh 30. Wheeler working one-on-one inside, scores over the top of Zolman. And Wheeler now has 5, and the Quakers now trail this one by 4. Sanborn way out front. Hutchison with the basketball between the circles will find into the hands of Barnes. Dalabo on the right wing gets the screen from Zolman. Zolman pull-up shot on the pick and roll and scores the 3. Cheney with his first basket. And it'll be Defiance basketball leading it by 1. Off the screen on the right side, Ragland. Here is Akins on the drive. Left-hand shot good. Boy, I tell you what, there's some times there where you see Akins drive, you think there's nothing there, and he finds an opening once again. Back to a 3-point lead. Sanborn on the right wing, bouncing to Zolman between the circles. Barnes working off the left side with Dalaboa. Now they'll give it off to Hutchison. Hutchison will screen and roll. Pull-up shot on the baseline, good. Darrell now with 4. And looks like we're in for a high-scoring contest here tonight. With the basketball once again, it'll be Pennington. Down on the baseline, Wheeler. Entry pass, turnaround shot on the way, good. There's Ragland, his first 2. And it's back again to a 3-point lead. I have a feeling unless one of these two teams really plays tough defense, this is going to be a game that we're going to go back and forth the entire night. Darrell down low, gets his shot blocked by Wheeler, and then we have a jump ball and the possession arrow in favor of Defiance. Quakers with their 4th possession or turnover that they've given up. Stallings back in for the Quakers. Also coming back in will be Jason Slane. Dalabo will sit down, and Cheney Zolman also will take a seat. 10:27 to go here in the first half. Quakers again showing that zone trap, a 2-2-1 zone trap. Ball to the middle of the floor, and an over and back as catching the basketball was Akins, and then stepped on the midcourt line. That'll be a turnover. That'll be number 5, and the head coach, Scott Cutter, did not agree with that call, but it did look like that Wheeler had stepped on the midcourt line, and so will be Quaker basketball. 10:17 remaining here in the first half. Barnes stays at the point, guarded way out front by Pennington. Barnes back across the timeline. Here's Sanborn. They'll work it around the perimeter. Entry pass Sanborn. And they'll try to go opposite. Ball knocked out of bounds. Pass was intended for Hutchison. 19 on the shot clock. And Barnes will inbound now for the Quakers. Defiance has stayed pretty much man-to-man since the beginning of this ball game. Stallings off the inbound. Darrell will now look for help. Here's Barnes at the elbow. Slane on the low block. Slane kicks it off now to Stallings on the drive with the right hand. Kisses off the glass and good. Stallings with his first 2. And the Quakers back to within 1. That was Goodrich getting it across the timeline again to Pennington. Quakers going a little more zone now. They'll go 2-3 zone in this possession. Good ball movement in the corner. Here's Goodrich for 3. Good. Noah Goodrich with his first basket. It seems like every time the Quakers answer, we see Defiance come right back. Sanborn catches, got the defender in the air and lays it off the glass and good. So Sanborn doing his job. 26-24, Thomas proving he deserves to get the start here tonight. Shot in the lane, basket good by Akins, and he's fouled. Second time he'll go to the line. Quakers giving up too many points in the paint early on this one. Again, we remind you live stats as we go throughout this game on GoEarlham.com. Jason Slane picks up the foul. That is his first. And the free throw is off the back of the iron and no good, in the rebound Slane. 4-point lead, 9:08 to go in the first half. Barnes calling out the play as he comes across the timeline. Darrell at the high post, hands off to Sanborn, who gets the screen from Slane. Stallings back outside to Barnes. Barnes now with a left-hand dribble will be guarded out front by Pennington. Barnes in the corner. Stallings for three. Got it. Now the Quakers need to get a stop. 28-27. 8:37 to go. Here's Akins. Pennington will work it right side. Another three-pointer is no good as Ragland can't get it to go. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touched underneath by Wheeler. And it'll be Quaker basketball and a chance again to regain the lead. So here is Barnes again. He'll walk it across the timeline. Thomas Sanborn, Hutchison on the high post at the top of the key. Fakes the handoff to Stallings. Gives it now to Barnes. Barnes gets the screen from Slane. Sanborn on the left wing. 12 on the shot clock. 16 feet away and the jump shot no good by Hutchison. Rebound once again by Defiance's Akins. He'll drive and miss the layup. Rebound Stallings. Both teams will make changes. Here's Hutchison. Darrell, nothing there. Back again and around the perimeter to Sanborn from Stallings. Sanborn drives, feeds inside to Slane. Short jumper off the back of the iron. The rebound by Wheeler. Foul will go against Stallings. That'll be number 2 now on Stallings. Wilson Thomas back in for the Quakers. Cheney Zolman also checking in. Hutchison will sit down. Stallings down as well. Coming into the lineup again for the Yellow Jackets will be Avion Franklin out of Toledo, just a freshman. Defiance basketball. That is Franklin bouncing in the corner, and they'll work it back outside into the hands of Akins. Akins now will spin, and he traveled with it. Got his feet tangled up there at the last moment. That'll be turnover number 6 now on the Yellow Jackets. And what do we have here? The change is we will see Kewan Graham check back into the lineup now for the Yellow Jackets. 7:27 to go in the first half. Quaker basketball. Sanborn out front once again. Wilson Thomas off the screen. Elijah, his fadeaway shot no good. A little bit off balance. Graham with a rebound. Graham will bring it across the timeline. Back outside to Pennington. Drives down the lane. Stripped out of his hands by Sanborn. And we will stay right here. 22 on the shot clock. 7:09 remaining in the first half. They warn Scott Cutter to get back in the coach's box. Off the inbound in the near corner, Goodrich. Ball movement around the perimeter. Three-pointer is no good as Franklin can't get it to fall. Sanborn with a rebound. Quakers again. Chance to take the lead. Here's Sanborn at the right elbow. Back outside as they'll work it from Barnes. As back in the ballgame, we mentioned Cheney Zolman. Here's Wilson Thomas off the drive, and a foul will be called. This will go against Franklin, his second. And that's going to put Elijah Wilson Thomas to the line for 2 shots. 6:46 remaining in the first half. 2 free throws right here will give the Quakers a lead, and Elijah, one of the better free throw shooters in the conference, standing at the line trying to get on the board for the first time tonight, and his first one is up and good. Back in the ball game will be Jordan Machino. And also checking back in, so we mentioned Kewan Graham is in. There is Alante Wheeler. He'll be joined by Pennington. Second free throw by Wilson Thomas is up and good, so Elijah will give the Quakers a 1-point lead. And the Quakers make another change for the first time. We'll see Bailey Stewart, Northeastern High School grad in Fountain City. Quakers looking for the double team. Here's Graham. Nice pass underneath. Turning and shooting it hard off the glass and missing as we've got a jump ball on the rebound. That was Machino who missed the shot. Possession arrow in favor of the Quakers. Defiance will now have their 7th turnover possession lost here in the first half. 6:33 remaining as you see Barnes doing a little work on the sweat on the floor after players were battling for the loose basketball. Of course, at halftime, we'll run down your first half stats and a busy night in college basketball overall. We'll check out the scoreboard. Stewart near the right sideline. Lob pass inside to Zolman. He had a pretty good look if he just comes down with a basketball. Quakers with their 5th turnover. Cheney knew that backside help was coming and probably tried to hurry it a little bit too much. Here's Pennington in the backcourt against Bailey Stewart. Pennington gets away with a shove. Here's Graham. The kick out. On the drive once again, Ragland, and they'll bring it back outside again to Pennington. Here's Graham. Back to Pennington. 3-pointer in the way is no good. Battle for the loose basketball on the rebound. Graham with the offensive board. He will find Ragland wide open. His 3 no good. And we have a rebounding foul as Machino had the inside position. And I think they just got Cheney Zolman. Zolman picks up his first. Here is Brad Bliss, 6'5" freshman out of Castile, New York. So Bliss getting some playing time. Entry pass off the inbound, and we've got a traveling call against Ragland. 8 turnovers now by Defiance, and we always say turnovers or lost possessions, and that means you lose the possession arrow, not just a turnover of the basketball. And now Defiance with 8. 5:50 to go in the first half. Barnes now to Stewart. Quakers work it to Bliss. Here is Stewart kicking back to Sanborn. Jumper in the way, good. That'll be a 2-point bucket. And again, Thomas Sanborn giving the Quakers the start here tonight. He has 11. Defiance basketball once again. Ragland outside to Graham. Ball tipped away. Diving on the floor is Stewart. Ball still loose. And we've got a whistle and a foul, and I think they may get Kewan Graham, who took the brunt of that hit. Bliss got a piece of him, and that'll get the Earlham crowd going a little bit. Love to see players diving on the floor, and the first one was Bailey Stewart. And looks like Defiance is going to call a timeout, and they will. We will take a timeout as well on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers lead this one by 3.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
Back here at the Athletics and Wellness Center, Quakers lead it by 3, 5:19 remaining here in the first half. Earlham trying to go to 2-7 and knock Defiance down to 2-7 in the conference. Well, they say that Graham was not the guilty party. That foul was called on Bliss. And this will put Graham at the line for the 1 bonus, our first 1-1 of the night. And the free throw is missed. And the basketball loose on the baseline, picked up by Machino. Here's a 3 on the way. That's good. Big possession as Pennington now with 5. And the Quakers had a chance to get a stop right there. And now we're tied at 31. Sanborn driving baseline spins, feeds it in the corner. Here's a three off the side of the backboard, but Bliss with the offensive rebound. Put back no, and he's going to go to the line. Barnes a little bit off the mark in the corner, but Bliss there for the Quakers. Machino picks up his second. And here's Brad Bliss. Bliss, one of the many freshmen getting a chance to make their mark with this Earlham program. At 6'5", good size, and the free throw's on the way and good. Quakers back with a 1-point lead. Aikens back in for Defiance. Also checking back into the lineup is Noah Goodrich. Camarillo coming in for the Quakers. Second free throw by Bliss, hard off the iron, and the rebound pulled down by Ragland. Defiance basketball with 4:49 to go in the first half. Ragland off on the wing. Once again, Pennington. Good ball movement to the right side. Goodrich. The sweep by Aikens. Triple teamed inside. Finds Pennington on the drive. Stripped out of his hands. Camarillo with the takeaway. Quaker basketball. 9 turnovers now by Defiance. Here's Bailey Stewart. The screen by Slane. Slane will lean in and score as he took it right at Goodrich. And Slane with his first 2 points. And the Quakers now lead this one by 3. There's a drive and a foul call. And they will get Jason Slane for his second. Daryl Hutchison will come back in. Sanborn with 11 for the Quakers. Stallings with 5. Hutchison with 4. At the line is Randall Aikens. 4:09 remaining. And the free throw is good. 8 points now by Aikens. Wheeler with 5. Pennington with 5. Second free throw. Aikens out of Detroit, Michigan, missing the second free throw, and Brad Bliss able to run it down in the corner. Camarillo crossed the timeline for the Quakers. Here's Bailey Stewart. Hutchison between the circles, bouncing to Camarillo once again. The drive, the feed intended for, that was Stewart, but it hit the official out of bounds, and a turnover now for the Quakers. That'll be number 6. Still a 2-point lead. Stewart trying to go for the steal. Ball in the corner. Here's a 3 on the way. Rims in and out. Ragland can't get it to fall. Here come the Quakers once again. Quakers trying to run a little bit. Camarillo on the drive, feeds in the corner. That is Sanborn. 3-pointer no good. And the rebound by Wheeler. Here come the Yellow Jackets again. High off the glass and good. Ragland now with 4. And this game is tied at 34. Quakers will have to get back better on defense. Transition defense this year at times not been very good. Here's Hutchison. Camarillo driving to the baseline, kicks it outside, almost throws it away. Bliss will find Stewart. Quakers about ready to come with 3 new players, and a whistle and a foul called against Noah Goodrich, and that'll be his first. Team foul number 7, and that will put Bailey Stewart at the line for the 1 and bonus. Elijah back in, Dalaboa coming in. We will also see Barnes about ready to return to the Quaker lineup. Here is Stewart's free throw. It's hard off the back of the iron. And the rebound pulled down by Wheeler. 2:57 to go. And we thought it'd be a close one, and so far that has been the case. Once again, Aikens with the basketball. Goodrich, 1 dribble, back to Aikens between the circles. Aikens pulls up from 16. That one is missed hard off to the left, and the rebound again by Stewart. Quakers in transition once again. Elijah coming off the screen. Stops, 1 dribble, gives it off to Hutchison. Dalaboa down the lane, bouncing inside to Bliss. Bliss off the glass, no, and the rebound by Goodrich. Here come the Yellow Jackets once again. Here's Ragland. He'll quickly pull up from 3 and miss it. And the rebound by Hutchison. 1 and done that time for the Yellow Jackets. Stewart will cross the timeline as he's working the point right now for the Quakers. Wilson Thomas to Hutchison. Darrell holding. Looks down low to Stewart. Reverse layup is good. Quakers lead it by 2 as Bailey Stewart gets his first 2 points. Here's Pennington with the basketball once again. Goodrich deep in the corner, back to Pennington. Flashing high is Ragland. He will not receive and go back down low. Here's Wheeler. Wheeler against Bliss. 10 on the shot clock. Pull-up jumper on the way is no good as Ragland can't get the 17-footer to fall, and it'll be Quaker basketball. Here is Stewart. Wilson Thomas with a right-hand dribble. Once again, Hutchison. Dalaboa lost the handle. Ball goes to midcourt. Austin retrieves, gives it off now to Stewart. Stewart on the wing, looking inside. Nothing there. He'll go high to Bliss. Bliss driving, has his shot blocked. Wheeler got a hand on it. Here's Barnes. Bailey Stewart will sit down. 5 on the shot clock, and the basketball will be inbounded on the sideline. Not sure the Quakers have a play for this, but they'll look probably just the inbound, but they're going to have to really look quick to get a basket. There is Barnes off the inbound, and the assist goes to Bliss. Quakers now lead it by 4. A little give and go that time off the inbound. There probably wasn't much more they could do. Here's Pennington off the drive. Feeds inside, intended for Graham, and the officials say it was last touched by Bliss inside. So it will stay here for the Yellow Jackets at 50.5 in the first half. 19 on the shot clock. Avion Franklin will check back in. Graham averaging almost 14. He's been held in check with 4. Wheeler has 5, averaging nearly 8 per game. They're not a high-scoring team. Inbound and a kick ball. Once again, the Yellow Jackets, 20 on the shot clock. Here's Wheeler. Off now to Pennington. Pennington will find his teammate Akins. 10 on the shot clock. Akins with a left-hand dribble, trying to find an opening. Goodrich for 3, no. And the rebound by Bliss. Boy, Akins, take that back. Goodrich had a pretty good look. It looked like it was online, but a little bit too hard. Barnes with the basketball for the Quakers, guarded out front by Pennington. Barnes, a left-handed dribbler, will keep it in the left hand to Dalaboa. Elijah Wilson-Thomas losing a handle on the basketball. 10 on the shot clock. Elijah launching off the front of the rim. Not a good look that time for the Quakers. Akins with a rebound. Akins will drive himself and misses with a left hand. Wilson-Thomas, 2-on-2 break. Here's his shot on the way at the buzzer, no good. And that will do it for the first half. We have gone up and down the floor here in the first half of play. And right now the Quakers on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard have the advantage. 38-34, your halftime numbers coming up in just a few moments. Stay right there. This is Earlham Basketball, Radio Troy Digital Sport.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com. Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft-Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond.
Hey, this is Steve, and out of Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994. For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power and Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power and Light. Together we make powerful partners.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
It is halftime. We've gone back and forth here in the first half. Quakers holding on to a 4-point lead. As we mentioned, you can follow along live stats on GoEarlham.com. So let's get you caught up on the team stats in the first half. First off for Defiance, 14 of 29 shooting for 48%. They were 4 of 10 from three-point range. That's good enough for 40%. And 2 of 6 from the free throw line. They finished with 6 turnovers. Total of 15 rebounds in the first half of play. 4 of those offensive. 6 assists, 2 blocks, 2 steals. And they ended up with 13 bench points and 5 second chance points. Quakers ended up shooting 15 of 28 in the first half. Good enough for 54%. 4 of 11 from three-point range, 36%. And 4 of 7 from the line, 57%. Quakers finished with 4 turnovers in the first half. 18 rebounds for the Quakers. There were 4 offensive boards, 10 assists, 1 steal, 12 bench points, and 7 second chance points in the first half. For the Yellow Jackets individually, Randall Akins Jr. with 8 points, Elijah Pennington with 7, Alante Wheeler with 5, Kewan Graham with 4, Avion Franklin 3 points, Noah Goodrich with 3, Jonathan Ragland with 2, and Jordan Machino with 2. For the Quakers, Thomas Sanborn led all scorers with 11, Kenneth Stallings Jr. with 5, Cheney Zolman 4, Jamel Barnes with 4, Daryl Hutchison with 4, Camarillo finished with 3. Elijah Wilson-Thomas with 2. Bailey Stewart, Jason Slane with 2 apiece, and Brad Bliss with a single point. Quakers, by the way, had 11 players get into the scoring column in the first half. So that's where we stand at halftime, 38-34. When we come back, we'll get you caught up on the college basketball scoreboard and other notes from the NBA and much more. Stay right there. Halftime score, Earlham 38, Defiance 34. This is Earlham men's basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
At Square Donuts, we take our donuts seriously, and apparently so do our customers. Square Donuts is by far the #1 donut shop in Richmond. At Square Donuts, we bake our donuts, cinnamon rolls, long johns, and many other varieties fresh daily. Donuts became our family tradition and business in 1967, and we've continued through 3 generations. Square Donuts in Richmond has 2 locations, including 1241 Northwest 5th Street and 3637 East Main in the Hoppy Jeweler Plaza. Square Donuts of Richmond. We never cut corners and never will.
Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Hey, a reminder, tonight's game brought to you in part by your Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week, you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors, just $3.50. Every Tuesday of the oven-roasted chicken, Thursday of the Italian BMT, and Saturday the Black Forest ham. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. A busy night in men's college basketball. Let's get you updated on the latest scoreboard. So far here tonight, there are a couple of games underway, and one final as #1 Villanova beat Georgetown 88-56. In the second half, SMU now leading #7 Wichita State 48-47. Just underway, Texas leading #8 Texas Tech 10-9. One of the game in the second half, Alabama now leading #17 Auburn 51-43. Still to tip off tonight, #11 Xavier home against St. John's. 14th rated Arizona is at California. #16 Arizona State on the road at Stanford. 19th rated Seton Hall is at Creighton. #21 Tennessee at Missouri. #22 Ohio State in Big Ten action on the road at Northwestern. And #24 TCU home tonight. They will take on Iowa State. Women's college basketball tonight, #4 Baylor is on the road at Iowa State. #24 Oklahoma State now leading 17th rated West Virginia 18-12 in the second quarter there. Busy night in the NBA, one game already at halftime as Charlotte leads Washington 77-61. In the second quarter, New Orleans 42, Atlanta 31. Also in the second quarter, San Antonio on top of Brooklyn 38-37. In period number 2, Toronto 40, Detroit 28. Early in the first, it's Golden State in Chicago leading the Bulls 12-6. Also early in the first quarter, Miami at Milwaukee leading that one 9-4. Oklahoma City leading the Lakers in the first quarter 8-5. And Memphis on top of New York in the first quarter 15-12. Later, Utah at Sacramento. And Denver is on the road to take on the Clippers. In just 2 games in the NHL tonight, Montreal and Boston tied at 1 apiece. Pittsburgh is on the road at Anaheim. We're at halftime here. We're ready for the second half coming up in just a few moments. The Quakers on top of this one, 38-34. We'll be back with the second half in a moment. This is Quaker Basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sport.
We check 'em better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto, in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf and I approve this message.
Finding a used car dealership you can trust is not an easy thing to do, but for me, the choice was an easy one. I went to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. I purchased my last 2 cars from Tony's and couldn't be happier with the service. They didn't pressure me, and they worked with me through the entire process. If you're in the market for a great used vehicle, get to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond, 250 National Road West, or give them a call at 962-5665, or go to their website, tonyscarsales.com.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
We are ready for the second half as the Quakers will bring Barnes, Hutchison on the floor along with Thomas Sanborn. Stallings will get the start in the second half as well, and also we see Slane coming out on the floor. Here is Wheeler inbounding for the Yellow Jackets. Pennington has played well. We'll give it off now to Akins. Back to Pennington. Quakers a little 2-3 zone. Pennington once again flashing on the high side will be Wheeler. Here's a 3 on the way. No good by Akins. Quakers on the fast break. 2-on-2. Little Euro step and the layup good at the other end by Stallings. He now has 7. Quakers lead it by 6. Akins bouncing on the baseline. Machino inside, reverse layup, and that's a good shot that time by Franklin with the right hand. Nice touch around the basket by Franklin, and the Quakers lead it by 4. Quaker basketball. Slane off the cross. Here's Sanborn. Sanborn picks up his dribble, back to Slane in the low block, and we've got a whistle and a foul, and that'll go against Machino, and he just picked up his third. So he will come out of the lineup, and here's Goodrich back in. Machino kind of gives he did give the official a look on the way off the floor. He didn't think he fouled. But generally, the three officials don't care what the player thinks too much. Here's Sanborn off the inbound, 19 on the shot clock, stalling straight away. Once again for the Quakers is Barnes. Slane works it left side to Stallings at the elbow. They're trying to get it inside to Darrell, and Darrell said, don't throw it here, and they threw it anyway. 7 turnovers for the Quakers. Here come the Yellow Jackets back the other way. Pennington missed it. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by Hutchison. Barnes will cross the timeline, slowed up now for the Quakers. But I'll tell you what, Darrell was telling Slane not to throw that ball in there, and they tried it anyway. Didn't have good position underneath. Here's Stallings at the left elbow. Back again to Hutchison. Looks right. Will go to Barnes. Barnes takes the screen second time. Hutchison receives. He'll sidestep the defender. Got the defender in the air. Lays it in, and he's fouled. Nice move by Darrell Hutchison. Big fella at about 6'3". Has good feet down low. Foul's going to be called against Pennington. And that'll be his first. Team foul number 2 now on the Yellow Jackets here in the second half. So now Darrell at the line with 6 points, and he will make it 7. Quakers now a 7-point lead. Again, the zone trap. This will slow things up against the Yellow Jackets. Akins, he turns, he takes off, and he's going to be fouled on the way to the basket. He went down hard. Boy, Akins, great speed once he gets into the open court. Slane will pick up his third. No movement yet to bring Slane off the floor as Akins goes to the line. Akins now with 9. He averages nearly 10 per game. Now 2 of 3 from the line. Second free throw by Akins. 18-10 remaining in the second half. Second free throw is good as well. Lead back to 5. Here's Barnes against Pennington across the timeline. Barnes with a right-hand dribble. Sanborn, once again, Hutchison between the circles. Darrell, one dribble with the left hand. Ball knocked out of bounds, deflected by Wheeler. 15 on the shot clock. And the Quakers will inbound from the sideline. Last time they inbounded from the sideline in that area, a quick give and go, and Barnes scored the layup. Darrell with the basketball, back to Barnes, left elbow. Barnes gets the screen from Hutchison. Barnes back to the left hand, stops, got the defender in the air, bounces to Hutchison, spins baseline, pull-up jumper, good. Darrell with 5 in the second half. Pretty good move again by Hutchison. Darrell now with 9, and the Quakers lead at 45-38. Goodrich will give it up quickly out front again to Pennington. Pennington back to Goodrich, covered up by Hutchison. 15 on the shot clock. Pennington in the corner. Here's a 3 by Franklin. Good. He comes off the screen down low and shoots immediately off the release. 45-41. Franklin with 8. Stallings at the elbow. Now we'll give it off now to Slane to work it left side again to Barnes. Barnes now with the right hand. They're going to try to go back to Slane. We have a whistle and a foul. They're going to get Franklin. He just picked up his third. Probably was okay. The pass wasn't a good one to Slane. But because the defender Franklin had his hand on his back, that drew the foul. Bailey Stewart has checked in. Also coming back in will be Jonathan Ragland for Defiance. 20 on the shot clock. Inbound, Sanborn in the corner. Back outside to Hutchison, and once again it's Stewart working it right side to Barnes. Barnes brings that with the left hand. 10 on the shot clock. Barnes will double dribble with it. Turnover Quakers. So that'll be turnover number 8. Quakers got off to a bad start holding on to the basketball. But since then, they've really done a nice job taking care of the ball here in the second half. There's a three-pointer no good by Ragland, and the rebound by Stewart. Quakers hold on to a 4-point lead. Bailey works it left side to Slane. Sanborn once again to Barnes. Barnes out front, one dribble, bouncing now to Hutchison. Hutchison guarded there by Wheeler and throws it away. Quakers with 2 straight turnovers. Back the other way, strong to the basket, layup good by Pennington. Quakers wasting no time, and Stewart scores at the other end. Quakers in transition, 47-43. Boy, Earlham got that ball quickly out, and that's about as quick as you're going to get it down the floor. Here's Pennington. Now for the Yellow Jackets. Out on the high post once again to Goodrich. Here's Akins. Akins down the lane. 3 white jerseys there. A lot of contact, no whistle. 2-on-1 break the other way, and the ball's kicked at the last moment. That may have saved an easy layup for Hutchison. Good hustle by Pennington of Defiance. 15:43 remaining here in the second half. Only 4 seconds off the shot clock. Inbound, Stewart, and we've got a foul call against Akins. He comes away with the basketball, but the official says you got a piece of the arm. And I think they're going to take the ball out of bounds. There was no shot. They felt Stewart did not get his arms above his shoulders in order to at least make that an attempt. The inbound, Barnes throws it off the back of Goodrich, gets it back and scores. Great play by Jamel Barnes. 6-point lead. You don't see that very often, but once in a while a player smart like Barnes will see that defender turning. Akins trapped at midcourt, almost an over and back. Here's Goodrich for 3. Good. Big 3 bucket there for Defiance. 49-46. Boy, the speed of the game picked up right there on that possession. The Earlham fans thought there was an over and back. Sanborn to Hutchison. Now to be Bailey Stewart. Stewart drives in the lane. Off-balance shot, no good. High for the rebound there, Wheeler. Here come the Yellow Jackets once again. Goodrich, near side, kicks it back out to Wheeler. Here's Akins. Ragland will give up the basketball now to Pennington. 14 on the shot clock. Goodrich, nothing there. And once again, they'll work it inside. Turnaround, fadeaway jumper, good. That's Ragland with 6. And I think that, is it Defiance calling the timeout? Maybe the Yellow Jackets getting the timeout. We will take a timeout as well as we continue to go up and down the floor here in the second half on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers lead this one by 1.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top-flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
Earlham leads it by 1. I think the biggest lead we have seen has been 7. Defiance down to their final 2 timeouts, if that timeout was correct, and it was called by the Yellow Jackets. Janie Zolman checking in for the Quakers, also coming into the lineup for Earlham will be Bliss. Stewart in the backcourt. Now Defiance showing a little zone trap. Bliss reverses it now to Stewart. This is Barnes, and now 2-3 zone by the Yellow Jackets. They've been going pretty much man-to-man this entire ball game. That is Barnes in the high post. He goes down. So take your pick. I think you've got Goodrich in there. And they're going to get Wheeler. So Wheeler just picked up his second. And Jamel Barnes will go to the line for 2 shots. 14-10 remaining. We thought maybe this was going to be a game that may go right down to the wire, and it appears we may be on that track. Every time one team seems to get a little bit of a cushion, the other team comes back and answers. Jamal Barnes with 7. He's out of Muncie Central High School. Second free throw is good. Quakers lead it by 3. I like this Pennington kid. His numbers didn't show up a whole lot in the stats. That'll be a foul called against Bailey Stewart. Pennington with 7 points. He's been running this team most of this ball game. One player has really not gotten going yet was Kewan Graham, averaging nearly 14 a game. So far, just 4, has not scored in the second half and is not on the floor right now. Pennington on the drive left it short, and he got bailed out. Maybe Bailey Stewart on the foul. So Bailey just picked up his second, and that will put Pennington at the line. First trip to the line for Pennington. 13:54 remaining in the second half. The left-hander shot is on the way and good. Everybody now finding new positions, and they'll give the basketball back to Pennington for his second shot. Free throw is short, and the rebound by Zolman. Quakers hold on to a 2-point lead. This is a lineup you haven't seen all that often until today, at least this season. Sanborn to Bliss. Baseball pass back to Stewart. Three-pointer, no. Battle for the loose basketball, and Sanborn had it for a moment, taken away by Wheeler. Akins across the timeline, back to Pennington, and once again Akins. Near side, Goodrich in the corner. Akins at the top. Flashing to the top is Wheeler. Tries to set the screen for Akins, nothing there. Pennington back to Goodrich, 10 on the shot clock. Here's Akins. Akins gets the screen, crosses over, down the lane, and they get him for a travel. Elijah Wilson-Thomas coming in. Bailey Stewart will sit down. Mentioned Defiance with 10 turnovers. The way this one started tonight looked like both teams were headed well near 15 to 20 turnovers, but that number has slowed down. Wilson-Thomas across the timeline, back to Barnes near the midcourt circle. Barnes back to Elijah. Barnes will play catch on the near side and then turn to the right, give it off to Sanborn. Elijah, three-pointer, good. His first basket of the ball game, and the Quakers now lead this one 54 to 49. Pennington will go in the corner to Goodrich, and then Goodrich throws it away. 11 turnovers. Here's Sanborn. Layup no good as it rolls off the lip. Bliss with a rebound. Back again to Elijah. Three-pointer good. 2 in a row for Elijah. And the Quakers lead it by 8. Timeout on the floor by Defiance. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers lead at 57-49.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington know, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
we got this.
We were talking earlier in the pregame tonight about how opposing teams shoot so well against the Quakers, and you look at some of the recent games. Franklin shot 58%, Hanover 50%, Rose shot 55%, Transy 59%, Center 67%, Mount St. Joe shot 60%, and Manchester 60%, or should take that back, 51%. Quakers tonight are kind of turning the tables. Quakers now 58%. Though Defiance is shooting 50%, but it's rare the Quakers would shoot 58% when an opposing team has also shot 50% plus. But Earlham getting the job done here tonight. Defiance after the timeout with a basketball. Here's Pennington. Goodrich covered up by Bliss. Goodrich will drive, and a foul call against the Quakers. It may be Bliss. Bliss just picked up number 2. 12-12 remaining, 20 in the shot clock. Inbound Defiance. Back in the ball game is Avion Franklin. Here's Wheeler. Inside to Pennington. Got 2 defenders in the air and laid it off the glass and good. Pennington down there with the big fellas. 6-point lead. Pennington now in double digits with 10. Quaker basketball, will they go back to Elijah? Bliss showing high at the free throw line. Here's Barnes. Elijah Wilson-Thomas to Bliss. Reverses it to Sanborn to the near side. 7 on the shot clock. Off the screen, Elijah back inside to Sanborn. Goes to Bliss, and the layup good. Good ball movement by the Quakers. And Earlham back up by 8. In the corner, Franklin. Franklin will give it back to Akins. Akins now with a crossover to the right hand. Steps in the lane. Left-hand shot, no. Rebound by Wheeler. Wheeler's putback is partially blocked. Gets another chance. Gets Zolman in the air. We've got a foul call against Earlham. So Alante Wheeler working for the offensive boards. Cheney Zolman just picked up his second. And that will put Alante Wheeler at the line. 11-10 remaining in the second half. So a couple of big free throws here by Wheeler. He's not scored since early in the first half. And he misses the front of 2. Jason Slane will come in. Cheney Zolman will sit down. So we have seen Slane, Bliss, and Sanborn get the majority of the playing time in that front line for the Quakers here tonight, along with Daryl Hutchison. Second free throw is no good. Rebound by Bliss. So Quaker basketball once again with an 8-point lead. Wilson Thomas bouncing high once again to Slane. Hands it off now to Barnes. Barnes gets the screen from Bliss. Here's Slane. Entry pass. Bliss. Right hand short. Offensive rebound. Bliss. Turns off the glass. No good. Good effort, though, underneath by Bliss. Here come the Yellow Jackets once again. Pennington will find Akins. Right side now to Franklin. Akins on the drive. Feeds off to Pennington in the corner once again. They'll work it back out front to Franklin for 3. No good. Bliss with a rebound for the Quakers. Each team really working hard for that extra pass, and the Quakers this time will call the timeout. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, 10:17 remaining in the second half. Quakers lead it by 8.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
Hi, this is Steve Funkhauser, and I was talking to someone the other day about how friendly and professional the crew at Jiffy Lube is, and they said, "You are always so upbeat. I'm going to call you Mr. Positive." And so now I am Mr. Positive. And I want you to know how proud I am of you and that you are doing a great job today. And hey, do something nice for somebody. Make somebody smile. Smiles are contagious, you know. I want you to have a great day and the horse you rode in on. Jiffy Lube. Fast, friendly, professional. I'm Mr. Positive, and I approve this message.
We're back here at the Athletics and Wellness Center. Quakers, by the way, will be back here Saturday as part of a men's and women's doubleheader. The women's game will begin at 2 o'clock. The men's game at 4 as Manchester will come to town. Scott Beeman will have the call of both games again Saturday right here, Radio Troy Digital Sports. Boy, Quakers would love nothing more than to head into that contest with a win here today, snap a 7-game losing streak, put Defiance at 9 losses in a row. But again, Kewan Graham not in the lineup here for the Yellow Jackets. Sanborn once again will find Barnes. Barnes entry pass, Slane turns off the glass, good. Slane with 4. And you've got to like this lineup. They're more patient with a basketball. 9:52 to go. Pennington between the circles picks up his dribble. Good defense by Wilson Thomas, and the ball stolen away. Slane coming up to get the steal. 12 turnovers now by the Yellow Jackets. And it'll be Quaker basketball. Barnes will give it off now to Wilson Thomas. Slane reversing it now to Sanborn at the elbow. Here's Barnes once again near midcourt. 13 on the shot clock. Boy, that thing moved quickly. Barnes now with the left hand clearing out to the near side. Slane with a high screen. Barnes crossing back over to the left hand. He will now shoot it with the right hand and score. Jamel Barnes. And the Quakers lead it by 12. That is their biggest lead of the ball game. 10 points by Jamel Barnes. Pennington in the corner. The drive by Franklin. Franklin turns against Sanborn. Feeds it in the corner to Akins. 3-point air ball. Rebound Bliss. And the outlet pass will find Elijah Wilson-Thomas, who will now get it back to Barnes, and the Quakers will be glad to slow it down right here. Earlham can use some clock. You have a 12-point lead. Get a good shot right here. Defiance will be on their heels eventually. That clock will begin to be a huge factor. Wilson-Thomas with 5 on the shot clock. Elijah sizing up his defender, and that one rims in and out. Took it right over the top of Noah Goodrich. Back there the way we go. Akins drives and scores and is fouled. Jason Slane will pick up the foul. I believe that's going to be his 4th. And that's a big bucket by Akins. Zolman back in. Jordan Machino back in as well now for the Yellow Jackets. And also checking into the lineup will be Jonathan Ragland, and that will put Avion Franklin to the bench. Still no Kewan Graham. Akins will try to complete the 3-point play, get this thing under 10, and he will. Yellow Jackets back to half court. They had very briefly had gone zone. They're out of the zone again, and they also showed a little full court zone trap. That didn't last very long. Sanborn near the sideline, back to Barnes. Barnes has pretty much run this show by himself here tonight at the point and has done an excellent job. Barnes gets the screen from Zolman. 7 on the shot clock. Barnes drives, has his shot blocked. Ragland got a piece of it. Here is Pennington on the drive. He will score, and he is going to go to the line. Boy, the lead is now sinking away as the Quakers 2 straight 3-point opportunities, and we've got another timeout. This time the Quakers will get the timeout on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers lead this one by 7.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Jason Wise of Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. He has an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your school group or nonprofit. If you list, buy, or refer a customer and mention this promotion, he'll donate 10% of what he makes on the transaction to the school group or nonprofit of your choice in your name. Tell your friends, family, and colleagues to mention this offer when listing with Jason Wise at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. Give him a call at 969-30-400. It was just a 12-point lead a few moments ago. But Defiance, again, not going away anytime soon, it appears. They have a chance for another three-point play. 7:45 remaining. We mentioned Pennington. He has played well. He certainly wasn't a guy on the radar screen coming in statistically. But he's at the line right now, and another three-point play is completed. And it's back now to 63-57 lead. 6 unanswered points now by the Yellow Jackets. Here's Zolman out high. Once again, Barnes. By the way, Daryl Hutchison back in the lineup. Here's Sanborn. Bouncing again to Zolman. Back to Sanborn. Daryl draws the double team. Back to Thomas for three. Quick release, no good. And the rebound, Akins. Here we go back the other way again. Pennington up the right sideline. Pennington will back it away, and they'll reset the Defiance offense. Now he'll drive. Here's Akins, and we have an offensive foul, and they're going to get Pennington. Pennington came down and ran right into Daryl Hutchison. 13 turnovers now by the Yellow Jackets. If that's an offensive foul, they should not be shooting right here. It was Daryl who got run over, but again, this is not a shooting foul because this is an offensive foul. 7:08 remaining. Defiance, I believe, down to one timeout. Quakers down to their final 2 timeouts. So it will be Quaker basketball. Jamel Barnes, I'm not sure he has come out of the ball game here in the second half. Wilson Thomas, once again to Zolman between the circles. It'll be Barnes. Barnes back to Daryl. Daryl right side Sanborn. Sanborn still has the dribble. Sanborn, and we've got an offensive foul, and I think they're going to get Hutchison. That'll be a turnover. One thing about that is I think Daryl was wanting the basketball, and Sanborn decided to dribble out front. By the time that Daryl had committed to making that position underneath, he got caught. Defiance basketball in the corner for three. That's no good. Ragland comes up empty, and Quakers will make sure the Yellow Jackets are one and done on that trip. Barnes across the timeline. Once again, Sanborn on the left wing from Hutchison. Here is the drive. Shot short. A lot of contact on Wilson Thomas. No whistle. Head coach Jason Polikoff can't believe there wasn't a call there. Here's Pennington back the other way. Double pumps and scores. And we have a whistle that'll stop play, and we may have Sanborn with a cramp in that right calf, and he goes down on the floor. Rightfully so, if it is a cramp. Thomas has played well, 11 points, again, all coming in the first half. It appears that we'll see Bailey Stewart come in. By the way, I was mentioning Alex Topolovich earlier. I do see him on the bench now. He had battled the injuries early. I'm not sure that he is hurt. He is suited up. We have not seen Tariq El-Dasugi, who is generally a pretty decent defender and rebounder. Now Sanborn is going to be helped off the floor. Once they get that cramp worked out, I'm sure we'll see him back here relatively soon. This gave Defiance a chance to get an extra timeout without officially using a timeout. But now the lead down to 4. Quakers unable to continue to build off that 12-point lead they had a few moments ago. Quaker basketball. Wilson Thomas to Hutchison, back to Stewart. Once again, it'll be Barnes. Darrell with the basketball with the left hand, hands off once again to Wilson Thomas, drives. Here's a shot by Zolman, and that one rolls in. That'll be a 2-point bucket. That one nearly popped out as well. We saw Elijah's shot earlier tonight, rim in and out on a 3 that was about halfway down. Quakers lead it by 6, 5:44 to go. Here's the drive by Wheeler, offensive foul. Good position underneath by Zolman. Wheeler just picked up his third. 14th turnover now by Defiance. See if the Quakers can now build on this lead and not let this one get away. You're getting to the point now where every possession's going to be huge in a close ball game. 5:35 to go. Here's Hutchison, swings it left side to Bailey at the elbow. Off the screen is Barnes. Barnes holding between the circles, now picks up his dribble. He's going to have some help, and we got a foul call. They're going to get Wheeler. That would have been a huge turnover, but they say Wheeler was grabbing Hutchison from behind. That will send Darrell to the line as we now have 8 team fouls both ways. A 1 and bonus now for Hutchison. 2 big free throws perhaps right here if he gets them both. And there's one. You know, Earlham's been giving up a lot of points. When you look back at the last few games, they gave up 104 to Transylvania, 90 to Rose, 90 to Hanover, 102 to Franklin. Holding Defiance to that second one no good. Let's say they hold Defiance 70 and under. That'd be big for a team that has struggled against other offenses so far in the last several games. In the corner is Wheeler. Here is Franklin. Back to Wheeler. 3-pointer is good. Big bucket by Wheeler. And it's back to a 4-point lead. This is Barnes across the timeline. Stewart, once again, one dribble off to Wilson Thomas. It'll be Hutchison. Far side Barnes at the free throw line extended. Barnes drives baseline, feeds inside, and the easy layup by Zolman. Barnes will get the assist and a nice pass to Cheney Zolman. Quakers lead it by 6. Here's Pennington against Wilson Thomas. Pennington will spin, and the foul called against Elijah. Well, college basketball has changed a little bit over the years. No arm bar. You really cannot put your hand on an opponent anymore. Pennington will go to the line. This is a 1 and bonus. Some feel it is taken away from the physicality of the game as the free throw is missed. And I think they're going to give Pennington an extra shot. There was a lane violation on somebody. I'm not sure who it was. Well, Barnes got an explanation. He didn't like it. Hutchison got an explanation. He didn't like it. But it will send Pennington back to the line. He'll get another one. It must not have been explained very well because Jordan Machino, he was ready to take off to the other end. Second free throw is good. And it's back again to a 5-point lead. Take that back a 4-point lead if my math is correct. Here's Barnes. And getting Pennington to the floor. Here's the feed inside. Ball loose. Picked up by Darrell. Layup good. Right place, right time for Hutchison. Quakers lead it by 6. 4 minutes and change remaining. In the corner, here's Wheeler back outside again to Pennington. Pennington holding the basketball. Now will drive into the lane. A collision, and the turnaround shot is missed. We've got a foul call. Machino was driving inside. He went hard to the floor. Elijah Wilson-Thomas got hit from behind. And they're going to get Darrell on the foul, his second. So Hutchison has 2. Pennington back to the line where he's been there a ton of times in the second half. Back again to a 5-point lead. 13 points in the second half for Pennington as Machino is out. Back in the lineup is Goodrich. Pennington will be in there for one more. 3:57 remaining. One of these two teams will walk out of here snapping a long losing streak. Second free throw is good. Back again to a 4-point lead. Quaker basketball. Barnes will find Hutchison. Once again, Wilson-Thomas on the right wing. Step back, fadeaway 3, no. Long rebound by Akins. Here come the Yellow Jackets. Akins down the lane, right hand, left hand, no good, and the rebound by Zolman. Good effort again by Akins, just couldn't finish. Quakers will be coming back again with Slane here in a couple of moments. Here's Zolman, left side again to Barnes. This unit has been in for a while. Elijah driving, missing, more contact again, no whistle. Wheeler with a rebound, and here come the Yellow Jackets once again. Pennington makes his move, and we've got a blocking foul against Elijah Wilson-Thomas as he just picked up his second, and we will head back to the free throw line again. That is the 10th team foul on the Quakers, so everything double bonus the rest of the way. Pennington has a little rhythm going right now as he shot a lot of free throws here in the second half. It's a one-possession game again. Elijah's coming out. Darrell is coming out. Stallings is back in. We mentioned that Slane is back in. He's got 4 fouls. 3:12 to go. Free throw number 2 is good. And again, we're back down to a 2-point lead. Quakers have given up 10 in that 12-point lead, so it's a close one again. Quaker basketball in the half court. Here's Barnes. Barnes with 10. Guarded out front by Wheeler. Barnes picks up his dribble, will find Slane. Slane to Stewart. Bailey with the left hand, top of the key. Bailey drives down the lane, has his shot blocked, but we've got a foul somewhere underneath. Goodrich is the one who got a piece of it. They're going to say Goodrich had that little shove from behind, and that will put Bailey Stewart at the line for 2 shots. 2:47 remaining. Couple of big free throws again here for the Quakers. That one's hard off the back of the iron. Stewart has one more. Coach Cutter for Defiance making sure his team is ready to box out in case another miss. Either way, still a one-possession ball game. Second free throw is good. Stewart now with 5. Quakers lead it by 3. Quaker faithful here tonight, wanting to see their team play good half-court defense. Here's Pennington. 18 on the shot clock. Pennington in the corner. Wheeler on the drive. Wheeler off the glass. Wheeler misses in the rebound by Zolman. Quakers defense much better that time, though Wheeler got in the lane. Looked like he might have an opportunity to get a bucket. Here's Stallings. Stallings will find Zolman out front. Cheney hands off to Slane. Slane looking right will now find Stallings. 10 on the shot clock. Stallings drives and scores. 9 points by Stallings. Big bucket for the Quakers. And Earlham leads it by 5 with a minute 57 remaining. In the corner, turnaround shot by Franklin off the side of the backboard, and it goes out of bounds, last touched by Bailey Stewart. And the fans here giving the official a hard time. They thought that ball ended up going off a Defiance player. Back in the ballgame, Jonathan Ragland. Goodrich will sit down. 16 on the shot clock. 1:49 on the game clock. Defiance basketball. At the top is Akins. Once again, Pennington. Entry pass will find Ragland. Pennington checks the clock. 6 on the shot clock. Pennington drives, spins, and he'll travel with it. Defiance with their 15th turnover of the night. Quaker basketball with a minute 36 to go. And now Defiance will have to pick up man-to-man full court. Here's Barnes, went right by Pennington. Stallings drives and has it blocked. Stallings kind of lost his footing on that Euro step. And here come the Yellow Jackets with the left hand, and no good on the shot is Akins, and he's fouled. Will go to the line. They're going to get Stewart for his third. 2 free throws here, and he gets them both. It's back to a one-possession game. Akins at the line. 13 points by Akins. He's only missed once tonight from the free throw line. And we've got a timeout on the floor, and I think it is going to be Earlham's timeout, and it will be. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Quakers lead this one 73-69.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally, to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home.
1:18 remaining. Quakers trying to pick up their 4th win of the year. More importantly, their 2nd win in conference play. They have a long way to go, though. You look at the updated standings. Mount St. Joe 8-0. Hanover, Transy, and Rose all at 6-2. Anderson and Bluffton 4-5. Franklin 3-5, and Defiance 2-6. So a lot of teams to surpass to get into that final playoff spot. We have a lot of basketball to be played. 2nd free throw is good. So Akins will get both. It is now a 3-point ball game. Minute 14 to go. Quaker basketball. Here's Stallings. Zolman at the top. Guarded closely there by Wheeler. Once again, it's Barnes. Barnes will find Jason Slane. Stewart with the basketball. Stewart between the circles. 10 on the shot clock. Skip pass. Stallings drives and scores. Big bucket by Stallings. Quakers by 5. Stallings had a couple of big buckets here in the last few minutes, and a turnover by Defiance. Quaker basketball. Under a minute to go, 41 seconds, and a foul on the backcourt on the Yellow Jackets. And the Quakers now have a chance to go up by 7. I doubt very much when this game started if you thought at the end of the game that you'd have Stallings, Zolman, Stewart, along with Jason Slane and Jamel Barnes. By the way, that was the 5th foul on Wheeler, so he is done with 8 points. Back in will be Noah Goodrich. But you put your faith in these 5. Not that there's anything wrong with these 5, but this is not a combination that we have seen at home this entire year. and they have a chance to close out the ball game. 2 shots here now for Stewart. There's one. It is now a 2-possession game again, but this one right here, he makes this virtually not impossible, but very, very, very close. Second free throw is on the way. It is no good. Still 2 possessions. Here's Pennington. Pennington on the drive. Will find Akins. Akins, three-pointer is off the iron. Rebound Bliss. 25 seconds to go. They can shut off the shot clock. And a foul on the backcourt, and the Quakers are going to win this one here tonight. Much better defensive effort for this Earlham basketball team. We read off those numbers a few minutes ago. In the last 4 games, they've given up 104, 90, 90, and 102. Here is Slane at the line, so if you only give up the 70 here tonight, that's huge. Plus, I kind of like the way the Quakers have decided to shake this up this evening. Second free throw is on the way, no good. 23.8 seconds remaining. Quakers by 7. Here's Pennington. Pennington lost it. Stallings with the steal, and Stallings will be fouling his way to the basket. 14.5. And how about the way that Kenneth Stallings Jr. has played down the stretch in this one? Couple of huge buckets, and then the nice steal at midcourt. Quakers again will win it right here, but Stallings has played big. 11 points by Stallings. Out of Gary, Indiana, Bowman Academy is where he went to school. Good basketball program. Free throws missed by Stallings. So Earlham will have a chance to make it 2 in a row Saturday, a men's and women's doubleheader. And he missed them both. The rebound by Allen. Or take that back, Aiken. Here's Aiken for 3. Missed it. 6 seconds to go, and they'll let it run out. So the Quakers snap a 7-game losing streak and win it here tonight by a final of 77-70. We'll come back and wrap it up in a moment. This has been Earlham Men's Basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com. New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of this serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
Well, big win tonight for the Quakers, no doubt about it. You snap a long losing streak. I think the combination of what they used tonight certainly worked out in their favor, and they got a good combination at the end of the ball game that eventually pulled out the win. Let's run down the final scoring tallies tonight. Elijah Pennington led Defiance. In fact, he played all 40 minutes. He finished with 21, 15 points by Akins off the bench. 4 points by Graham. Wheeler finished with 8. Franklin with 8. Machino finished with 2. Ragland with 6. Goodrich with 6. And Trevor Grimes got in the ball game late. He did not score. For the Quakers, they ended up with 4 players in double figures. They were led by Thomas Sanborn with 11. Kenneth Stallings Jr. with 11. Jamel Barnes with 10. Daryl Hutchison with 12. Jason Slane, who got the start tonight, finished with 5 points and 5 rebounds. By the way, Thomas Sanborn also had 7 boards. Cheney Zolman, 7 points tonight. Christian Camarillo finished with 3. Brad Bliss with 3.6 boards. Elijah finished with 8. A couple of big threes, though, in that second half. Bailey Stewart with 6 points, and Austin Dalaboa finished with a single point in this one here tonight. Quakers will be back in action, as we said, coming up on Saturday. They'll be taking on Manchester. The women will play at 2. The men will play at 4. And both games right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. And Scott Beeman will be here on Saturday for the call of both of those games. Final score from the Athletics and Wellness Center. Earlham 77, Defiance 70. Thanks for being with us. This has been Earlham Men's Basketball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.